now I understand why certain people are offended with you. Certain people are offended with you because they were never supposed to be connected to you. They don't get you because they don't get you. They don't get you because they were never anointed to get you. They don't get you and they won't get you and they will never get you because they're not supposed to get you. And the reason that we keep allowing ourselves to be got is because we are so filled with low self-esteem that we don't realize that we're too valuable to be hanging around. And so you let people speak for you. I don't know how many people have spoke for me and said, Pastor J said this, Pastor J said this. I'm the one with the name. When they speak for me, that gives them a name. So it may be possible that the only reason they spoke for me is because they wanted a name. But if you ever want to know the truth, you always go to the horse's mouth. Don't go to nobody else around me. You come talk to me. You want to know what I'm thinking? You come talk to me. Don't go to nobody else. Well, this person said and this person. No, you come and talk to me. You want to know whether or not I like you? Please come talk to me. Don't sit in the sanctuary and look like you just got through eating prunes and got your arms all folded up looking at me like you crazy. I curse anywhere. I'll pull this microphone away from my mouth. And I just heard somebody I just heard somebody in their mind. I just heard somebody in their mind because I still am, still am very much prophetic. I just heard somebody in my mind say, he don't have to say all that. He can just preach the word and do what he got to do. The problem is because you keep showing up, I have to. Because some jokers have to be checked on a regular basis. And because you're so used to all these punk preachers in Dothan that let you do whatever you want to, run through churches, do them any kind of way, treat them any kind of way, and they submit and bow down because they want butts in the seats. And they will kiss your behind to get you to come to church. You are not dealing with the same one. I ain't from the South. I don't have no Southern hospitality. You come to this house because this house cannot give you what any other house can give you. You come to this house because there is a preacher that's real enough to love you through your hell and still speak heaven into your life. You're going to come to this house because I'm trying to be like somebody else. The hell with all of that. I ain't trying to be none of that. You come to this house because can't nobody give you a relevant word to be able to tell the difference between refuge and relationship while everybody else is talking stuff to make you good church folk. I'm trying to give you stuff that's going to make you a valid and a relevant Christian. Because you can be real good church folk and put on a real good face on Sunday mornings in front of the pastor. But I want to see how much character you got when you go from week to week. Let me say something just real quickly about character, and I need 2 or 3 or 4 of y'all to shout over this. When I tell you I'm going to do something, come hell or high water, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to hide behind no tongues and fall out and shout and dance like I ain't promised you something. And too many people are using their spirituality as a crutch to be able to do other stuff. So while you're talking about all the promiscuity, the people that are promiscuous and the people that are promiscuous, rather, the people that are drinking, the people that are smoking, that come to Destiny Church, the people that still go to the club, I want to talk about all the people that lie to the preacher in his face. Because liars go to hell too. 10 times out of 10, lying comes from an aspect of influence. Let me tell you why. Because with Ananias and Sapphira, I don't know which one started it first, but the bottom line was the other one influenced the other. Which means that if you hang around somebody that will lie about building fund and tithe and everything else, you will end up having some. I had somebody on staff one time that was telling folk, they were on staff being paid by me, was telling folk that were not on staff not to tithe and not to give. And I'm thinking to myself, their tithing and giving is causing your paycheck to come. You're sorry, joker. I end up having to deal with the individual because they were not giving into the church. If you don't watch it, you will find yourself doing what other folk do because they have influence over your life. And at least 10 to 15 people started doing what this crazy joker was doing because of influence. Here is the thing. I make no apologies for what I'm preaching today, nor my personality. I make no apologies for anything. Here is the thing that you've got to understand. You've got to understand this, that whoever you allow to have influence over your life, that's who you're going to have to follow at the end of the day. And some of y'all better watch that you don't follow people that are taking you down a wrong path, and you mess around and the people that you should have followed are the ones that are wealthy and successful and doing great in life, but you should have stayed in relationship with them instead of walking with somebody that temporarily tells you what you want to hear, but at the end of the day don't have the ability to get results. My church may be small, but it's mega in spirit. Don't ever get it twisted. Just because a thing is big don't mean that it's healthy. You got some things that are straight freaks of nature. Come on, Mike. We can get healthy by nutrition and by working out. But you can also juice yourself and be just as big as somebody in a span of 6 weeks and mess around and have all kinds of issues internally. Let me say something to you real quickly and see if y'all shout over this. If you get too big too fast, it is not natural. You are now a freak of nature. This ain't your mama and grandmama, them old church. I'm giving y'all something because when you go out into the community and into the workplace and into the market this week, you've got to be people of influence that you're making impact on the world that's around you. I need you to run up to 2 or 3 people just real quickly, because I know there's some people that got offended this morning, but so what? Hey, I got the mic and I feel like preaching. I need you to run up to about 2 or 3 people just real quickly. Grab their hand, shake their hand like you're shaking it off, and tell them, say, neighbor, you need to check your sphere of influence. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, here's how you make the check. I'm about to give you 3 things. I'm about to give you 3 things. If you shout with me off these 3 things, then you in the right sphere. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, God told me to tell you that the blessing of the Lord is going to make you rich and add no sorrow. Now, if they shout it, you're in the right sphere. Find another neighbor just real quickly. We ain't here just to take notes. We here to get excited about the word. Find another neighbor just real quickly. Look them in the eye. Say, neighbor, on top of that, God told me to tell you that the favor on your life is greater than the frustration around your life. And this is the season where you're going to succeed in everything you touch. Now, if they shouted off of that and they're not intimidated, here's the third thing, and I'm getting ready to go. Here's the third thing, Roscoe, and I'm getting ready to go. Here's the third thing. See if they shout off of this. Run up to your neighbors real quickly and say, neighbor, I'm not jealous. I'm not intimidated, because what God got for you is for you. What the Lord told me to tell you is coming good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Now, if they shout over that, you in the right